Just to the most high. Oh man. Hope all is well with y'all. Another day, man. Another day to glorify the Father. Man. These um weak ass dudes like Don Lemon. You don't speak for black people. You don't speak to none of the men in the world. You a homosexual. You're married to a man, a white man, and you got the nerve to be coming up here talking about black people sagging their pants and saying the N-word and all this, nigga. I don't care who you think you is, Don Lemon. The white, like introverted rock star said, some white man wrote that script and told you to say that stuff, man. Wasn't you just getting called out for going inside the church and doing all that ungodly stuff? Now all of a sudden, we supposed to think you care about Nolan Wells and all this stuff when you was just running inside the church all ungodly and disorderly. Don Lemon ain't nothing but a puppet, y'all. You hear me? You want to have conversations about stuff, nigga, have a conversation how you a sellout. Have a conversation how you a sellout working for the government. You want to have a conversation. Have a conversation how you work for them pedophiles that got away with the Epstein files, man. Don Lemon, you want to talk all this stuff, nigga? Nobody, look, the only people working and promoting you is the CIA. All the homosexuals in the CIA, the down low fun boys and the FBI that cheat on their wife on the weekends going to them clubhouse parties. Yeah, y'all at the Facebook parties for men that y'all got group chats only for men, the NAMBLA movement. Don Lemon, you will burn in hell. I don't even know why people listen to you and listen to your opinion, because you are walking abomination. If you read Proverbs chapter 6, verse 16 to 22, these are the 6 things the Lord hates. God hate Don Lemon, period. Ain't no way around it. You want to read the scriptures? Go read it. A heart that divides wicked imaginations. A lot of y'all don't want the backlash. You probably don't want to deal with the LGBT community attacking you. So a lot of y'all give them a pass and say, I don't care who you sleep with. That's none of my business. God care who you sleep with, and God care how you represent the character how he made you to be. He said the head of every man, the head of every woman is the man, the head of every man is Christ. The head of Christ is God. So if Christ is the head, he taught men to go out and marry women, right? Marriage is honorable and all, and the bed undefiled. From the beginning, God made them Adam and Eve, husband and wife. Therefore, man shall leave his father and mother and cleave to his wife, and they shall be no more twain, but one flesh. Therefore, what God put together, don't let man put asunder. You are a walking abomination, Don Lemon, and you sitting up there talking about Nolan Wells case. This stuff get me upset, y'all. Because a lot of content creators like my brother Shank Rock and Smoke News TV, and you got a lot of brothers that go back, they watch Don Lemon topics, and they say he is covering some good stuff. Brothers like Taylor House Publishing. I love these brothers. I love watching their channel. But they giving Don Lemon so much support, and they're not saying nothing about how he should not be getting watched by anybody. This is a bad example for the children. You can't talk about Nolan Wells. And then he's trying to tell us how to behave and, yeah, don't wear your pants. Well, guess what, Don Lemon? My boxes are showing. Look, kiss my black ass. Unless you're going to buy me a better belt and better pants where I could tighten my belt up and it ain't too tight where it's giving me a headache. I can tighten it a little more, but after a while, it get too tight. This is hot. It's cutting off circulation from my head running through my body. So I'm gonna loosen it. Yeah, right now it won't fall down. It's tight, but this is like the holes in my belt. You know what I'm saying? I don't got the right holes. So you gonna buy new clothes for us? Then shut up, nigga. Open up a free clothes drive before you start talking like that. You talking about people that was homeless. Like I was homeless too, and I had to two or three times, and I had to give multiple of my clothes away. So what you talking about? You ain't talking about people that got storage rooms full of Jordans and all these sneakers lined up. We ain't talking about that. You talking about the poor people. That's who he's talking to. That don't even have money to buy clothes, and he got a lot of nerve to be talking like that. You ain't talking to the homosexual people because they get money from the president. You go right up into Joe Biden's meetings and slide, he give you still that money. You getting that old George Washington money, Don Lemon. You got them old $100 bills, man. Your homosexual ass, man. Don't talk about black people struggle no more. You not black. You's a homosexual fun boy, a part of the gay community. You don't speak for us. You don't represent us. Stop talking about Nolan Wells, too. We know you a grifter. You don't care. You only want clout and get views and clickbait. Nigga, you was on the news. How the hell we supposed to think that you got our best interests at heart? You don't even care about the truth. If Don Lemon cared about the truth, he wouldn't be married to a man. This whole topic might be about you. Because so many people gave you a pass because they don't want to deal with their channel getting shadow banned. They don't want to deal with the LGBT community doing what they did to the baby. When they made the baby apologize, he tried to stand up against them. All the rappers that try to stand up and call him out. Remember, Lil Boozy and all them dudes, Snoop Dogg, they made him apologize. They get the politicians like Susan Rice and Gayle King and all these people in politics. Snoop Dogg got mad and called her a bitch. She said, you better recant that statement or because you don't want to go to war with us. And he's talking about Oprah and all that. Who you think you is, Don Lemon? You ain't got no more money than no Snoop Dogg. You don't got no money like that. And it ain't about money. I'm just saying, nigga, they using you. When them white people done there fire you, you got fired from the, you talking about, oh, wear this and wear that. Nigga, you was wearing suits and still got fired, right? Wasn't you wearing suits when you was working for CNN or NBC or whatever you was working for? Then they still fire you? So what are you talking about? Dress like this and don't wear your pants like this. You don't know what you're talking about, man. How come it ain't work for you when you was wearing suits every day? How they still fire you, Don Lemon? See, I could talk about this all day because it's sad that everybody that give you a pass and say, oh, I like Don Lemon, shout out to Don Lemon. Yo, Smoke TV. You a fool for that, man. Smoke TV, he sat up there and said, yeah, shout out to Don Lemon. He doing good work. He ain't doing no good work. He got to repent, man. How you going to let somebody listen to somebody that's a homosexual that's married to a man and you telling brothers and sisters, shout him out and he doing good work? He ain't doing no good work. If a man can't provide for his own, he denied the faith and it's worse than an infidel. He can't provide for nothing because he in a homosexual relationship. The Bible don't confirm that. So you thinking you got God on your side? No, Satan is using Don Lemon. That's why he get all them views on his channel. God's people don't promote homosexuality. They don't support it. They don't participate in it. Ain't nobody praying for this dude. He went into church all disrespectful and ungodly. This dude got charged with the Ku Klux Klan Act. Now everybody talking about some shout out to Don Lemon, shout out to Don Lemon. So do you love God or do you love Don Lemon? Because you're going to have to choose a side. That nigga hate God. That's why he's married to a white man, because he hate God. He's a walking abomination. His heart devising wicked imaginations. Nigga, you ain't got no immunities and no rights either. Only immunity you right, if you feel certain type of way, let's get in the ring, Don Lemon. Let me beat you up and punch you like a punching bag. Because when you did that stuff at that church, that's fighting stuff. You could have got shot to death. Walking up in a church, disrupting and protesting, you could have got hit with some bullets, live bullets. Because a lot of these churches got retired police officers, military snipers, and all type of stuff to protect the pastors, like you know what I'm saying? Joel Osteen Church, they went up in there and tried to shoot somebody. So people don't play around with stuff like that. You didn't go to the right church. You would have went to one of them black churches that they buy guns, they do the gun buybacks at these churches and stuff. They would have lit your ass up like a Christmas tree. Your head would have been smoking like the gingerbread man. I'm telling you, Don Lemon, you got away, you coward ass motherfucker. You want to have a conversation? Bring me on your podcast with your bitch ass. Don't tell us how to speak, how to talk, how to act. None of that. You don't speak for our people. What's going on, Kate McCarthy? Let me see what other topics we can cover. I do want to cover the origins of civil government, y'all. I do got my laptop charged. I did want to just come out and smoke. I wanted to work, but on a day that I got my car fixed, I only seen 2 orders, and I tried to try to get more for them, because you can press, well, this order is too low, and sometimes it'll go up like $1 or 50 cents. As soon as I put that, they disappeared. So I don't know if somebody else around here working and taking these little small orders, gotta be, or they just disappear when I push that. Sometimes when I push it, it'll just disappear from the so I ain't even been able to work today. Hopefully it's changing a little, or tomorrow. I don't know what's gonna happen, man. I'm grateful that I got my car fixed, because I was getting ready to sell this car, man. That's how much aggravation, and I don't have too much trust. So I was thinking about selling it, but I got it fixed. It was the alternator. I got a new battery in here, so it should run deep. Perfect. I've been watching some videos with this brother, Soldier for Christ, and I can admit he's a Trinitarian, I guess. He remind me of God Logic. But I think this brother, I don't like to compare our brothers. I think I learned. I won't say learning, because that stuff that he's saying, he's bringing it to my remembrance. These are things I already studied and learned. But I will say this brother's he's a soldier for Christ, man. What else can I say? And like a lot of God Logic get a lot of attention because maybe he's like connected to certain people that he can get like a lot of media attention. Like when he have a discussion with somebody or a debate, he got marketers and promoters. He got a team probably that's helping him reach them views. But this brother, he might got a smaller team. I'm not comparing these brothers, but y'all should check them out when y'all get a chance. Soldier for Christ. He's I just watched a video with him, like talking to the Jehovah's Witness about Jesus Christ as God. And then I seen another one where he was talking to the Hebrew Israelites about Jesus Christ as God. And, you know, when I first came to the faith, I believed Jesus Christ is God. I had the Jesus Christ is God t-shirt that I made. And then recently I stopped kind of believing that, because it's like, well, Jesus Christ is God, and he said he prayed to the Father. But this brother is starting to bring me back into that belief, the way how he breaking down the scriptures, because everybody got you're gonna hear thousands. The more you listen to people, you're gonna hear different interpretations of what they think the scriptures mean, and based on how God convicts you or makes you feel like, okay, this is accurate, this is right, understand this, and you go into subtext, supertext, or subtext, supertext, context, or whatever, and you agree with it, that's going to mold and shape your belief on whether you believe he's God or not. So when I first came into the faith, every scripture that I was reading, I came out on my own saying it. Might have seen it a couple times, but nobody never taught me how to go through all the scriptures and just, you know what I'm saying? So that was my whole thing, that he is God. But you got groups out there that I believe that they are assigned to come out and create division. Yeah, all of these groups and camps, and you got too many different denominations with different beliefs. So they all gonna have people that can go deep into the belief that they have. So Soldier for Christ is a Trinitarian like God Logic. So they both have the belief that Christ is God. It gets deep. And see, I believe Christ is the Son of God. I believe it's only one God. You know what I'm saying? And I believe in the Father, the Son, God, and the Holy Spirit. I used to say God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. But I started to change because, like, I used to contend against people when they say Jesus Christ is not God. I contended against so many people. They would say, well, how is he God if he said, I'd pray to my Father, right? When he's on a Father, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not my will, but thy will be done. So I don't chase clout, I chase Christ. Watching too much videos on YouTube, it'll drain me. And I will get like overload. You kind of like break down. You don't want to hear no more. You know what I'm saying? So this ain't spiritual meat. The spiritual food is in the Bible. Everybody's taking the Bible and reinterpreting it and breaking it down. A lot of these people that do debates and stuff, they'll be better off just reading the Bible. Your understanding is not going to help nobody, because the words say everybody work out their own salvation with fear and trembling. Now, if somebody's in error and they teaching false teachings, you want to try to clear things up so maybe they can change what they teaching, right? That's contending for the faith. But there's many ways we can contend for the faith. You don't gotta debate people. But the word tells us to contend for the faith. And knowing the word is important, man. Some people don't have the full understanding, and you're gonna be deceived if you not trying to learn and study to show yourself approved unto God. That's why you can watch videos all day. You can be inspired, but if you don't have no understanding of the word, you ain't gonna learn nothing watching videos like Soldier for Christ debating the Hebrew Israelites and stuff like that, because you ain't deep into the word like that. You just got a basic understanding of who God is and certain scriptures that you might have heard quoted by people, or you know what I'm saying. But once you really get into it and you know the word for yourself, Now you can start discerning. So if you want to learn more about the Old Testament, study it. Because a lot of the camps and organizations that was created, it's a 501c3. So they're gonna go out and hand out clothes during school when school start back up and make it look like they care about the community. But listen, it's a 501c3. So they're registered on paper as an organization and a religious organization. Now, religious organizations are known for like doing charity, giving back, maybe clothes or food or, things like that. So if you look up Catholic charities, this is why they got mad. This is why they starting to try to do stuff. And the Bible say, don't do your alms to be seen of men. So if ISUBK, if it was really sincere and they was doing this out the pureness of their heart, they just did a school giveaway where they gave clothes out at some reservation in the Midwest or something, maybe North Dakota or something like that, right? With the Native Americans. First of all, that reservation is tax exempt. They don't even pay taxes. They can buy their own clothes. Second of all, y'all not helping nobody. You're not helping black people. You're helping Indians and Native Americans that they got their own reservation. They don't even pay taxes. They can buy homes and they don't have no taxes. So you're talking all this stuff. Tell them to marry us and get us that tax exemption. Tell them to put us on their documents and tell them that black people should be in the reservation. Tell them to move us into their reservations. We don't have to live in America's soil. If y'all want to be so united, why are not, if they think that they're Israelites, how come none of them Indian tribes that live on reservations is inviting us to come live on their reservations? How come they don't got Section 8 apartments for us over there? Low income housing, if we all supposed to be united, right? Because when I look in, I see they getting all type of government loans from the HUD. They the first time they got a $600,000 or $1 million loan for their housing for the Native Americans. They never even did nothing like that. They probably haven't did it in a while, but now they're starting to do it. This is because all these Hebrew Israelites start telling them, y'all the 12 tribes of Israel and this and this and that, and they want government benefits like black people, but they already tax exempt. Make it make sense. You already tax exempt, and you go there handing out book bags and stuff like that. Motherfucker, the Indians don't need nothing. They got their own system of government. They got their own police and everything. But you act like you're helping the God's people. Man, they don't even believe in the Bible. They believe in witchcraft, a lot of them Indians. They believe in magic and Native American magic and all that. They fought in a college, one of these universities, because the college wanted to take out Native American magic out of the college curriculum. The Native Americans all came together and fought and took it to court and said, no, this is a part of our culture. And we need to practice magic in this university school. And I think they won the case. So they can still teach magic, Native American magic, in that university. So you talking about some, yeah, we was handing out to our people. You ain't not an Israelite, man. Israelites wasn't doing that. You not helping people that look like Moses. You ain't handing out no clothes to no black brothers. And the ones that did, I got another scripture. The Bible say, don't do your alms to be seen of men. Why would you go do a clothes drive or school drive for the children or for the homeless people and then post it online and show that you're handing out clothes? That's for the government so y'all could keep getting y'all checks. That's why y'all got to do that. It's to show the government, well, hey, y'all gave us the funding to do this and this is what we're doing. That's all. That ain't got nothing to do with y'all loving God or keeping his commandments, because it say don't do your alms to be seen of men. If you helping people, you wouldn't have to go out and take pictures. You'll have a establishment, a building, a office, you know what I'm saying? A business where people can go and get free clothing. People can go and find housing. Y'all don't have no homeless shelters. So what's the point of giving out clothing to people that's still going to be homeless? Make it make sense. How are you helping people? Why are you giving food out to people that's still gonna be homeless? But y'all are recognized as a 501c3 religious organization that's tax exempt. Only reason why y'all handing out stuff because I start exposing how y'all tax exempt and y'all don't pay taxes on none of them temples. And Yeshua paid taxes on the temple. Remember, he said, go throw the fish into the go throw the hook into the water, and the first fish you find, he gonna have a coin in his mouth. Go give that to the pay that for our taxes. But y'all don't pay taxes for them 501c3 buildings. Now, I don't even think they pay for the school supplies. If I had a business and it was like, I was like, all right, let's say I had a car business. All my miles that I drive on my car, I don't pay for that. You got some people that got business LLCs that when they buy clothing, they don't pay for that. So they can get all type of sneakers and clothes and put it under their business name, because they use that for going out and doing the work. So it's Jordans, the clothes, all of the Balenciagas, the high-end fashion that people be buying. Some people buying that and writing it off as a tax write-off because it's for their business. You can be a preacher. What you think Bishop Lamar Whitehead, the nigga had on Louis V's, he was riding in Lamborghinis, and then the feds came after him. They wanted him to take down Mayor Eric Adams. Remember? Y'all forgot about that? They told him they want him to wear wires and all that. Like Meek Mills, they told Meek Mills they wanted Meek Mill to wear a wire against the judge, the FBI. Why you think Meek Mill do prison reform? He talking about he getting niggas out of jail. On Meek Mill new song, he said something about, yeah, I'm getting niggas out of jail and all that. No, Meek Mill, you work for the FBI. What the fuck is you talking about? You and Jay-Z and Gloria Perez took down the whole cartel over there in Colombia. Well, what are you talking about? You get niggas out of jail. You putting more niggas in jail than all the district attorneys in America put together, man. I don't know what you talking about, Meek Millie. Yeah, we get niggas out of jail. Man, shut up, man. Hypocrite ass. You get niggas out of jail, putting the cuffs on them at the same time. Nigga, you a prison, you a prize, and you Meek Mill's like the mascot for the private prison industry. All of the music you make, when them little dudes, when young dudes think that stuff is real, that you rapping, and they go out and they drilling and spinning blocks, and they already in a gang in New York, they already done joined the Wolves or the Chos, and they listening to Meek Mill thinking that, yeah, we sliding with fullies and all this. Them dudes really killing each other. You making money off their songs. They trying to get on in the music industry and think that they got to do the stuff that you rapping about. They think they got to go to jail to get credibility. So a lot of these dudes shoot up people on camera, all type of stuff, man. And you contribute to that, Meek Mills. You're not helping nobody stay out of jail. You don't got no housing programs in Philadelphia either. Where your homeless shelters at? If you helping niggas stay out of jail, the quickest people that go to jail the most is the homeless people that don't have nowhere to live. That's why I keep seeing videos on Facebook with bums sleeping in Philadelphia and people saying, oh, he tried to do this and he was doing this when I walked by to my children and all that. But you ain't recorded, right? But you posting it all on Facebook. Why you ain't record if he did all that when your daughter was walking by? Why you ain't say nothing to him? Right? So you let somebody do all these things when your daughter's walking by and you ain't say nothing to them. They trying to get these bums killed out there in Philadelphia. That's why they posting them on Facebook and lying and saying that they did certain stuff. Now some people are confirming saying, yeah, he is like that. Listen, people could lie on someone. Yo, I just walked by this dude and he just said this, and that to me. Now you got people ready to act like they're going to do something about it. And that stuff never happened. You know what I'm saying? You got to prove things. You can't just say someone did something to you and they're a homeless person. So it looked like, well, he probably did do it because he's homeless. But if you got your daughter and somebody doing all this why would you not say nothing to him, have a conversation, record it, and say, yo, didn't you just do this? Or they say no, then you tell your daughter to say, what did he just do? And if you're not lying, people gonna be able to see the truth. And then you can show it live and say, I'm giving everybody a warning that's in this area. Watch y'all children, protect y'all children. This man is doing wicked stuff right in front of the parents, if that's true. If that's true. But it's like you're trying to do things to get this man like killed. You know what I'm saying? You got Muslims in the comment section talking about, well, when I go over there, if he does the same thing, I'll record a video when my dog jump on him and stuff like that, man. So it's fucked up, man, because ain't nobody gonna get him no help. But everybody's acting like what that person said is true. They didn't even prove it. But I guess this is in Philadelphia, and a lot of people must know that dude. They see him around in that area all the time. So some people are confirming, saying, yeah, he does stuff like this. So I don't know, man. I just know it's no support and no love for those type of people. So nobody can find housing or support for him to change his condition. It looked like he had them same clothes on for 2 weeks. So, you know what I'm saying? All this money y'all got in these cities, that y'all have parties, the people that work in the government, but they can't do nothing to help that man. No emergency assistance, nothing, right? It's a reason why these homeless people are sleeping out on the streets, y'all. And it's about to be winter season soon. The things are going to get worse. People are going to get more wicked and evil. The politicians trying to figure out how they can make enough money for Christmas this year. Right now, they starting to make their Christmas. They trying to make their Christmas money. Some of them trying to make enough so they can retire this year. Some of them just looking for that right case that kill an innocent black baby, and then if that makes headlines, then they can retire off of that. You know what I'm saying? Or they go kill a rapper. They wait to one of the rappers, they got a hit out on the rappers. They kill him and retire off of that. And then nobody would never find out about it. They'd blame it on one of the other dudes in the other group. They said the dude's right now on trial for Tupac murder. Tupac got killed in the 90s. We in 2020 something. So you mean to tell me that this dude, he lived for 30 years, right? And nobody knew nothing about what happened, and now all of a sudden everybody got all the evidence from 30 years ago. You really believe that? You don't think they be messing up? You don't think that certain paperwork and stuff get mishandled and they might lose it, or get, like, you know what I'm saying? A case since the 90s, like, this is why, like, a lot of people that's on the FBI fugitive list, they forget about people. You got people that still wanted from the FBI since the 1970s. You think they're still looking for them? You know what I'm saying? These people don't probably change their identities, got new birth certificates and all that. When when they let all these immigrants come in and they let people go get citizenship and get birth certificates and stuff like that, I believe that was around the time when a lot of people who was really on the terrorist list, people who done probably killed, people that was trying to kill presidents and stuff like that. I believe a lot of them people was able to identify as a woman, change their sexuality, change their birth certificate, and get off of the FBI fugitive list. A lot of these people probably went and got surgeries. They done said their name is something different. They don't identify as a man no more, and they know they was on the FBI fugitive list, and they done got off. They was the most wanted. I'm talking about $1 million awards, maybe $5 million for some of these people. But the FBI never find them no more because they got a surgery, they got a wig, or they might just went back to acting like a man. But you know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. This is what your government allow. They allow people to be on the FBI fugitive list, then change their identity and turn into a woman, and the FBI will never find those people. Never. If they run your fingerprints and they say, well, you used to be a man, that's not who I am. I go by a woman now. Ain't that how it worked? Ain't that why all the Mexicans, this is what Trump was saying, right? Oh, they let out the terrorists out of Venezuela, out the prisons, and you know what I'm saying? That I believe some of that stuff could have been true. I believe a lot of people that came over to America from these different countries, some of them did come out of prison. I believe the United States government made a contract with other countries saying, send us the most citizens you can send us, and we'll give you this in return or something like that. It was a contract. It was a deal. But it probably wasn't directly with the government. It was with the non-government organizations, but they worked together with the government. So once the government knew and find out, they didn't really do nothing. They participated. They didn't make no laws to stop it or nothing like that. So like when you seen them staying in the hotels and stuff like that, they actually had security guards guarding them hotels. This was real sophisticated. Nobody couldn't walk into them hotels where them immigrants was at. So they were guarding them hotels because they were trafficking all of these people. So they built them up shelters, Randall's Island, because they like, this is how slavery is. Y'all didn't understand what was happening. How did Mayor Eric Adams and all of the people in New York City build up a new shelter or with taxpayer dollars on Randall's Island for immigrants, but they argue over building up a new shelter in Brooklyn or Manhattan, and now they got to move people from Brooklyn to Manhattan and all this stuff. You see how they treat our homeless people that are citizens of New York City that grew up or might have moved from borough to borough or whatever their situation is. They didn't come here from different countries. You see how they get treated? And this is why judgment is about to come to all of y'all. Because y'all did a deal to let over a bunch of immigrants, build up hotels, put them in the highest hotels in Manhattan, right? And then just telling the other homeless people to kiss y'all ass. If you want to call someone a regime, if you want to call someone neo-Nazis, you got to call these people that participated in that. Eric Adams, all the black Democrats, the white people, the liberal white women. Where did y'all sell all them children at? Everybody didn't get married and y'all sold people wives and stuff like that. Where's all the children that didn't show up to their court dates? The 300,000 missing children that y'all fired the general, the inspector general, that lady who started whistleblowing. Where are they at? Why would they fire the lady who worked for the federal government, for the attorney generals, when she started finding out that these children are not showing up to their court dates? Over 300,000. They went missing. The people that try to go visit to their homes and stuff, they can't find these children. When she started revealing, exposing this, she gets fired. They don't even look. The government talk all this stuff. But they don't even respect. They don't even respect their own citizens, their own people that they work with. They don't respect like the people who struggling and trying to get their conditions better, you will come and say, okay, they about to build this in Randall's Island. It's going to be a shelter for the immigrants. Okay, but what about the Americans? What about the people that been here? We just can't do nothing for them. We got to debate on if we want to build this shelter, and we got to get the money first before we debate. So once we say no, we don't want to do it, we keep the money for ourselves. That's all they've been doing. Yeah, first we got to get the funds, because if we decide to do it, we already have the funds, but we know we're not going to do it. So let's have a discussion. It's like sort of like what they tell us about reparations. Yeah, we got to have a study, Gavin or Newsom out in California. So they'll get UCLA, right? Or they'll go to one of them colleges, right? And they say, we have a study. A bunch of white girls that pop pills, they sipping on lean and sniffing pink tunchi and mollies and all type of stuff, right? And they telling you that these are the ones that's going to do the study. They're in sororities and fraternities, all the college students, the same ones who killed our brother Nolan Wells, the same ones who tried to kill that brother Carmelo Anthony. These college students, damn it, Bart, the ones that's in fraternities that get, oh, Nolan was high. Y'all wasn't on coke. I don't know. We're sinking. We're going down. No water in the background. I don't know. We're going down. We're in 31 feet of water. This dude lying through his teeth. He think he gonna get an acting career. Most actors die before the age of 30. You good? You think you're gonna be good with your acting career? Most actors die because they got higher rituals to participate in. They're gonna be in the Met Gala with a mask on, looking like Satan himself. Man, stop playing with us. All you do is on lying on Nolan Wells. They threaten to sue people. They got Donald Trump lawyer. He's crossing his hands and doing all this. Man, you ain't intimidating nobody. And the reason why you're crossing your hands is because you're not confident, sir. You don't have no confidence. And when he opened up his hand, it's like he's sending out threats. Oh yeah, we're gonna drag y'all into court, motherfucker. This ain't going to no criminal case. We ain't no P Diddy. You talking about you gonna drag us into court and oh yeah, you will get a defamation charge. Defamation don't come with no jail time, motherfucker. That's an honor for a black person to go to court, and we ain't gotta do no jail time. You talking defamation? Nobody respects civil suits. That's why people would damage your car, because they know they can't go to jail criminally, but you can end up with some other problems, because God ain't playing about certain things. People that work at Valvoline or whoever you think you is that like to do certain things, y'all know what y'all be doing. So when they don't admit and say, yeah, we messed up, that mean they gonna go back and handle it on their own. You about to get your hours cut. You might get fired. Something might happen to you now. The same thing you did to somebody else is gonna happen to you. They know who did it. They just won't admit it because they don't want to rectify it, I guess. They don't want to have to say, yeah, we messed up. Because now you might be able to just say, well, buy me a new car. Everything that's wrong with it, pay for it. And sometimes they don't want to have to pay out, because if they too many times they do that, maybe the manager get fired, or they get a bad rating, they store might close down. So they're trying to stay in good business, but do good business. You know what I'm saying? Don't do bad by people, because that's when people gonna report y'all and complain and put claims in. If everything is good, nobody gonna complain for no reason. You ain't messing up nobody's car. My car sounding all loud like a lawnmower, motherfucker. And then I check my oil. I don't got no oil. Less than a month that I got an oil change. Something ain't right. Never had this problem before. So I guess I'm gonna end this live, y'all. come back a little later. Let me go over something. What's good, man? Chilling. All right. I think this music's gonna be a little more potent. You know what it is. Let me try to see if I can start my day up, y'all. Try to get a little work in, hopefully. So these tactics is getting exposed. Every attack, every trap, it's exposed, man. All these white nationalist hate groups, the stalking, all that shit get exposed, man. phone record's gonna get ran. One thing about ICE, a lot of people call them the neo-Nazis and stuff like that. Man, it's not just all white people that got control of that shit. It's black people that got access to the same investigation stuff that white people got. If you work for ICE, you can look up certain stuff. All of them can. So it work both ways. You know what I'm saying? Ain't just no neo-Nazi shit. Everybody can get looked up. And it don't gotta be like a homicide or somebody died. Your information could get brought to the attention of the intelligence agencies. You don't even have to be doing nothing. You can be just watching certain people online, commenting in certain chats or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Certain topics. You might be in a chat where they talk about the data centers and your ass get put on a list. Government watch list or something like that. You on a terrorist list. You don't even know it. That's why Trump talking about Trinidad Arago and MS-13, nigga, y'all got them people in the military. There's so many Mexicans riding around with United States flags on their car and on their license plate. Man, it's hard to tell which ones is the terrorists and which ones work for the government. Because I thought the terrorists work for the government. Last time I checked, El Chapo was selling y'all children. Am I lying? Wasn't y'all buying the Mexican children? Who you think who you think? No, I said El Toth, my bad. That's the lieutenant at the town of Poughkeepsie police. He probably do the same thing. But who you think what's his name? Wayne Piorfi. I think his name was Wayne Piorfi up there at Brewster. Man, who you think he's getting the children from? The cartel. He was buying them from the Mexicans, bringing them upstate from Queens. He was doing it for 8 years. So y'all be scared to talk about the Jews. Y'all scared to say Jeffrey Epstein name. Man, they could do whatever they want. They already did what they could do to me. So the most they can do is keep doing the stuff that they did. Man, you can take my platform. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I lost so many of them, it don't even matter no more. I'm always gonna keep starting back over, getting back up. They ain't gonna never break my spirit. So you take this platform if you need to hate what I'm talking about, because I got an article about the Jews that we're gonna go over. So maybe today, I just gotta get to Wi-Fi to get it refreshed. But the greatest hoax in history, or something like that, the biggest lie. I seen a video on Facebook over in Beacon. Some two old white men, they going off. A lot of the Gentile people, they don't all love each other. These people be having hate for each other, and this was a political beef, right? The one dude had a sign up in his car. It said "fuck Israel" or something like that, right? And then the other dude was just going off on him, but he was like, "Yeah, you a bitch." He said, "You got bear spray in your car and all type of stuff like that." So he kept walking back up to his car, and the dude just kept putting a sign out the car, and he eventually just left. The end of the video ended. Yeah, he was mad because he had the sign up, so he was trying to say, "You're gonna cause an accident" or something like that. It ain't funny, but that's the spiritual warfare, man. Some of them people don't like Israel, white people. Some of them people feel like, man, we love Israel, so they divided on that. Now, when we start talking about who's the real Israel, it's gonna be more division, because guarantee you that white guy that was trying to argue with the guy that was holding the sign that said "fuck Israel," he think the white people is the real Jews. But the dude that's holding the sign that say "fuck Israel," he probably would be like, "Yeah, the black people are the real Jews anyway," because he don't like the white ones. When he say "fuck Israel," he ain't talking about the black people. You feel me? So Yeah, a lot of white boys came out, are coming out saying that black people are the real children of Israel from the Bible. This was an hour, y'all. I'll come back in a minute. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all hit the like, share, subscribe.